The former Deputy Prime Minister and National Party leader John Anderson is going to run for Senate pre-selection. It is refreshing news. This is someone who in recent years has been writing splendidly and interviewing notables with the goal of discussing policy and defending Western and Judeo-Christian values. He's a first-class intellect and incomparable to the current bloke leading the Nationals, McCormack. This might seem unkind, but McCormack is highly paid, yet he couldn't lead a horse to water. As for the revelations last week that those close to McCormack have asked the Prime Minister's office to help their leader with policy debate, could anything be more indicative of how hopeless he is? I put last week's comments about McCormack up on my Facebook page, Alan Jones Australia. The viewers are all wake up. Peter wrote, "You replace him with Matt Canavan and you won't have to manufacture any policy fights." Richard said, "I'd like to see someone with the courage that John Barilaro has to fill the federal leadership of the Nationals, someone that actually fights and won't just accept a token position." Lynn wrote, "McCormack expects everyone else to do his thinking for him." Rita says, "The Liberal Party will lose the next election with McCormack as leader. He's not a leader's bootlace, in my opinion." But Benjamin topped it off by saying, if McCormack was genuinely interested in some policy wins, he'd focus on his portfolio of transport, where in the aviation industry under his management, they're screaming out for action on a plethora of significant issues and concerns, all falling on deaf ears, as our minister in absentia is nowhere to be found. As a lifelong National voter, the situation has become embarrassing, unquote. Well, look, those in Canberra supporting McCormack in the parliamentary team must have an electoral death wish. The Nationals will be wiped out next time round with this bloke in charge. They're already slowly bleeding after the 2019 federal election. Watch out, John Anderson. McCormack and his supporters, if there are any, will be mobilising against you to keep you out of Parliament, just like they did to Barilaro. But, John, the mood is changing. The National Party will overwhelmingly support Anderson. And if McCormack tries the same stunt as he did with Barilaro, and he is currently doing, keeping Barnaby Joyce and Matt Canavan out of the ministry, then McCormack is for the high jump. But all of this borders on the absurd. The only people who can't see that McCormack is totally unsuited for the role are the handful of sycophants who support him.